Alright guys, exciting news. The announcement has just been made of the Prehistoric update. We are going to be going over a few things. One of them is the fact that he said that he's going to make a better seed than the Candy Blossom, which honestly is an amazing idea. The Candy Blossom kids are getting on my nerves, so I would rather be taking that stuff away from them. Next will be the potential pets that we're going to be getting, and also the new weather events that we could also get as well. We'll be going over the announcement, so let me go over that first before going into the starboard section. So here it says, history roars to life. Explore the prehistoric event packed with dino-sized surprises and all kinds of relics. So I'm hoping dino-sized surprises, it means very big surprises, but those dinosaurs look as big as a human, which I'd rather like those 200 kg pets. I don't even know if that's even a thing. And it says explore and participate in all the new prehistoric events whilst also discovering and unlocking a better seed than the Candy Blossom. Last event we got, I think, like 14 new pets, which is honestly, there's so many pets, hard to keep count. We had the bee pets, and now we got mega harvest pets. Now we're going to get dinosaur pets as well. This game is going to look insane the longer it goes on. So now let's actually get into the starboard. Wrong tab. Okay, so what I want to first go over is this concept idea of what's going to be coming into the game in the starboard section from Mr. Unknown. So ideas for the next update, Prehistoric. Okay, so first of all, he makes a statement. First of all, he makes a nice statement, which I actually agree with, and I think a lot of people would agree with as well. Don't make the new seed that is going to be better than the Candy Blossom inside a seed pack. So why I think it will be a good idea that the seed that's going to be better than the Candy Blossom isn't inside a seed pack, because if you look at these chances for the elephant ears, it's a 0.5% chance, which honestly is insanely hard. I think I opened up 200 seed packs to get one elephant ear, right? Which is honestly insane. Okay, hold on a minute. I'm getting gifted a few things. Yeah, this is crazy. Making money. Money. Okay, great. I'm loving this. I am finally rich. Not even that rich. I only got 600 billion. But I can finally buy myself slots. 64 billion. Oh my days. That's going to take all my money. 128 billion. Oh my days. Do I do this? 200? Oh, I'm losing all my money. And I can't even afford the 500 billion last inventory slot. Great. Okay, it was nice being rich. If you guys want one of these beautiful flowers that cost 58 billion each, so I got multiple. If you want them, make sure to comment your username below. I'll be giving any lucky viewer one of these beautiful flowers. So as I was saying before that interruption, it was a great interruption though. If you put the Candy Blossom inside one of these seed packs, what's going to happen is that it's going to become a pay-to-win game. People are going to get upset and people are going to definitely complain. But I understand putting it in a seed pack makes it more fair in the sense that only if you're lucky you get it, and hopefully it will be discontinued. That will be a nice feature. But also it's going to be super hard for people to get, and it's going to be easier for people who pay money to get it as well. Obviously a lot of players in this game are going to be free to play. Honestly, that is up to developers if they want to put in a seed pack, or they're going to make it into something like, you know, the last event where we had a crafting, where you had to craft like 50 items, I think it was. That was a fun event. But that's how we got the honeysuckle that I got right here. So if they do something like that, I think people would love that, because it's not only just easy to get from just buying it in the shop, but you actually got to work for it as well. So I think that's a nice middle ground if they did that instead. Not just make it into like some sort of pay to win seed packs type of thing. But again, it's their game, they can do whatever they want really. But also a problem I see in the future is the fact that when Candy Blossom first came out and it became discontinued, what happened was the fact that every seed that came after it, like the moon mango, like the green apple, they got nerfed. They had good sell prices, but then they got nerfed because the Candy Blossom kids kept on complaining about it. So the people who is going to get this new seed and going to have something that's going to be valuable, I can only see that they're going to be complaining about what's going to come in the future as well, any good seeds that come in the future. So now it's going to be just seems like that any future seed after this is going to be very mid. And what's the point? Because if it's mid, it's mid, right? Onto the rest of dig site. This dig site is available during the night, where you're able to dig for bones and other loot. I like that idea. I think it'll be very cool to have that. You know what would be also fun? Having like some sort of dog pet, but like some prehistoric animal dog pet, where it helps you dig up for bones as well. I think that would be very interesting. Next, historic bones. These bones spawn inside dig site. The chances are low, and they can vary in size depending on how deep they are. They are used to open the new prehistoric shop and trade with it for new items. That is a very interesting concept. I don't know what it means by opening up the prehistoric shop. Like one of these are dug inside some sort of site and then we're digging it out, because that sounds funny as hell. Next we got the dinosaur eggs. So I would love a beautiful dodo bird. I remember learning about those in school. An oviraptor. Who knows what that is? Because I honestly don't. Oviraptor. Let's see what that looks like. Oh, that's a funky looking thing. Okay, you know what? This looks like a chicken. And a very tasty looking chicken. You know what? I'd like that in the game, to be honest. A stegosaurus. Let's see what that is. Stegosaurus. Ooh. I don't know why, but when I saw the stegosaurus, I was thinking we should also have an event where we make animals fight each other. I don't know if that's an awful idea. This is about growing a garden. Triceratops. We all know what Triceratops is. A Brachiosaurus. I don't know what that is. Let me double check. You know what? This event is actually going to teach me a lot about dinosaurs. Oh, this is that vegan one that eats from, I think, trees or something like that. I actually like that idea, because those pets, imagine getting an absolute tiny one of those, just having a tiny one inside your garden. That would be funny. I mean, a massive one would be amazing, but getting a tiny little one of those would be hilarious walking around your garden. And a Tyrannosaurus Rex. That would be very, very fun. It doesn't give any ideas to what the perks could do. So next we'll go to the prehistoric shop. This shop restocks every hour with the following items stocking. Ostrioxylon. Okay. Guys, this is an educational channel now. What is going on? Ooh, you know what this looks like? This looks like the announcement that was in the game. I think this is actually going to be coming into the game. Because if you look over here, right? Look at that emoji. Can you see that emoji? This emoji looks just like this emoji. Doesn't it look kind of like this plant right here? I don't know if this is a stretch or not, but it's giving me that kind of vibe. Prehistoric crates. They'll be interesting. Probably like some dinosaur heads. I'd love that poking out the ground. Fossil sprinkler. Oh, that would be very cool. Prehistoric eggs. Nice. Cigarella seeds. Let's see what those look like. Oh, that looks so fat. Kind of reminds me of like the new I think tree mansion tree that we got in the game. And my favorite idea is going to be the woolly mammoth. I would love that pet, a woolly mammoth. If you guys don't know what a woolly mammoth is, it's like a big old thing, you know, in the Ice Age movie, like that. And next there is the pickaxe shop. This shop is an event shop to upgrade your pickaxe to dig further. There are rusty pickaxe, stone pickaxe, iron pickaxe, crystal pickaxe. Give me Minecraft vibes. But basically, if there is going to be a digging event, that would be interesting. I don't know how it would look. I haven't seen any concept ideas of that yet, but that would be interesting. I would like to, it sounds like a collaborative idea as well, if you could do it inside a lobby as well, instead of a solo one, because I feel like the team ones are much more better than any solo ones. And we got a new weather event, Meteor Fallen. Rains down giant meteors, which when hitting a fruit in your garden has a 75% chance of giving it the dead mutation. 10 times multiplier. Oh, that sounds very good. And a 25% of giving it a ash mutation. A 40 times multiplier. Yo, I am always going to be a fan of any new weather, but the thing is going to be insane. And the reason I say it's going to be insane, because if you think about it, if we got 100 weathers, alright, no, let's see how many weathers we've got right now. If we go over here, let's just pull up a calculator. Grow a garden calculator. So if you look at this over here, let's pick a random fruit. We got currently 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 5 times 4 is 20 and 20. So apparently we only got 22 minus 2 because gold and rainbow is not really a weather. So we've got 20 weathers. If we keep on adding more weathers, so minus these two as well, you can't get that, I don't think, from a weather. So we've got 18 weathers. We keep on adding to this list of weathers. It's going to be impossible to get any weathers maybe that you want, and they will probably have the same times anyway. But I think what it would be a good idea is making these weathers exclusive to the event. So let's say there's an event for the dinosaurs and it makes something dinosaur-like. Instead of it staying in the game forever, it stays in that duration of the event, and then it becomes one of the old weather events. Because I feel like if we have 100 weathers, I think it will be very complicated for the newer players to know. But it can also be fun, because I'm about to make a video about, let's say, putting all the mutations on this one. Like, as you can see, I put a bunch of mutations on this one, and it's only at 60 billion, so I wanted to make a bigger one. So it would be fun to make a video like that, but I think it might make the game a bit complicated too. On to the next potential update. Let's look at more what's it called? Let's look more at pets, because those, I love pets. We all love pets. You know, they can make crazy fruits like the current one I've got over here. And that's with a very basic pet as well. I don't understand why it's got such a high chance of getting a toucan. It baffles me, but I mean, I'm happy for that, because you guys can also do this as well. Tutorial will be coming soon, by the way. Oh, okay, let's pause on the pets first of all. I like this fence idea. You can make fences. If they add this to the game, that would be amazing, because honestly, it can stop people from going into your garden. They added a stealing feature, so people can steal from your garden. But if you make a big fence like this, I think that will be great for people who don't want to be stolen from as well. Okay, let's see what else can be added to the game. To go back to the pets, some cool pet designs that I've seen. So if you look at this, okay, this is like one of those, okay, it's called a Quetzalcoatlus. I don't even know if that's a real name. And he wants the chance to be 3.5% chance of duplicating after being crafted. Crafting speed is reduced by 15%. I feel like that's more useful than the hamster, and I would prefer that, especially because of the fact that if you go to the crafting shop, right, these the recall takes 25 minutes. Not recall, the reclaimer takes 25 minutes to make for 3. And usually you don't have 3 items in your garden. You have about 100. I usually have about 200 plus items. I had to shovel majority of my items so then I could do this, which honestly broke my heart. I only had 36 reclaimers. So I would end up using those just for the chance of duplicating the reclaimers, unless if they sorted out the reclaimers, even though they buffed it, because it used to be 1 reclaimer, then they decreased the time from 35 minutes to 25 minutes. So I don't know if it's still enough, but they are still improving the game, so I don't mind too much, and I wouldn't mind a pet like that. Plus, having a pet that flies around the sky, I want pets to fly a little bit higher in the sky. Like the bees, they just float around this area, but I feel like having a dinosaur, they should fly around this area, and I think that would be cool to see in everyone's gardens as well. And let's check out what other pet there can be to the game. Okay, if we look over here, it looks like some sort of T-Rex concept. Idea 1, all pets, active or inactive, gain an additional 0.05 XP. I don't know, I feel like 0.05 is quite a small number, but having that effect of affecting animals that aren't active is quite OP because of the fact that we carry 60 pets. So if you're affecting all 60 pets at once, I think that's just a win anyway, because they don't even level up. So if you got something that's leveling up when it's not even supposed to, I think that would be quite good, to be honest. But 0.05 does seem quite small, I cannot lie. Let's see what the other idea concepts are. Idea 2, all active pets advance their ability cooldowns 10% faster every 2 minutes. Bites a random pet, advancing its ability to cool down by 30 seconds, similar to Blood Kiwi. Okay, I think that guy got it wrong. Blood Kiwi don't do that. The Blood Kiwi reduces the reduces the time of the egg. But they have already, in the last update, they have already added another wasp-like thing. So what the wasps do? You know what the wasp does? It reduces cooldown, and they added that in the bee event. And then for some reason, they added it to what else? The Mega Harvest event with the meerkats. And honestly, I don't think we need another animal with the same effects, because if you keep on adding different animals with same effects, you're just going to be washing out the game basically. And I don't think anyone really wants to see that. The next concept. Idea 3, every 15 minutes, eats a random fruit in your garden and sells it for 1.5 times the value. Okay, I think, in my personal opinion, a bad idea, because you know what the bunnies do? Let's show you what the bunnies do. So, the bunnies, every 40 seconds, eats a carrot and gives you a 1.5 times of its value. Anyways, carrots are bad, bunnies are bad, because you can't make any money that way. Having a pet that eats any of your fruits is awful, because of the fact that, let's say you're doing this, you're making a massive plant and you want to put a bunch of mutations on it, yet your monster comes along and eats it. Why would you ever want that? I don't get it. That idea can be tweaked a little bit, but that would not be for me if that was a pet. And then next concept idea, feed a pet to a T-Rex. I think that perk is way too complicated. If you look at their website, basically it's quite simple to read these passive effects. I feel like having a massive paragraph down it is going to be very confusing for the players. I do get what they're trying to get at. I'm loving the imagination, but I would not want to have a pet that you cannot store away as well. Would you also not want to gift a pet? I don't get the idea for it, so I mean, there is that. That is all for the dinosaur concepts. And thank you guys so much for 100 subscribers. I will be doing a giveaway at 1000 subscribers. Make sure to like and subscribe and comment your username down below as well.